Yes, good morning, my dear viewers, my dear friends, my dear colleagues. My name is Rashid, a student in Muni University, that is in Western Uganda, trying to do leadership, education leadership and management. And in this page of mine that you're going to like, share and subscribe to, I will always be bringing you concepts of leadership and management. Don't hesitate to ask me anything regarding leadership, any doubt on management. I will always share with you, share that we perfect our practices. Our viewers, you were born a leader just like me. We are all born leaders. Is that okay? And we face different challenges in leadership. As I talk now, I am facing challenges. You are equally facing challenges. But a great leader always is a leader that harmonizes, that makes those difficult situations calm, possible, that learns from challenges, turns challenges into opportunities in order to excel. By definition, I always say leadership is an act of influencing different people, in order to achieve set goals. Are you a leader of your society? Are you a leader of your community? Are you a leader of your organization? Are you a leader of any institution? Please, I am always here to make you understand what you liked and what do you need to learn to perfect your leadership styles, that's to perfect your leadership and management. And I have series of content to present for you, but we'll just be learning them every day, every week, every time. I'll be taking you to go through one by one to understand what it takes to be a champion leader in the 21st century engagement. Yes, for today, I just want us to look at leadership in the perspective of ethics. Now, ethics is all about doing the rightful things. Somebody who is ethically sound does always the correct, rightful things. Like when I sit in my office right now, like I'm doing right now, nobody's with me, nobody's watching, nobody's seeing, nobody's doing. Do I have those ethical values? When I sit alone, when I sit just like that, do I have the values of ethics? There's so many ethical values as a leader we're supposed to inculcate in us. That briefly we are going to share in this video. One of the most important ethical values as a leader that we are supposed to hold is honesty. My dear friends, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, not having that ethical value of honesty, I tell you, it's always bad. I will always not enjoy leadership when I'm not honest to myself, first of all, when I'm not honest to myself. You understand? How do I be honest to myself? All my practices, all that is in me, whether somebody is watching or nobody is watching, do I do the rightful things? As leaders, we manage resources, human resource, financial resource, material resources. You have what? Assets, you have what? Do you have that kind of honesty in those resources you are managing? Do you always communicate honesty by that? So, if I am honest leader, automatically my leaders, my followers, my community members, my family, they have to be honest. They will always be telling you the truth. Because it is a concept, because I've seen it has just been a lot of challenge, because that ethical value of honesty has lacked in many of us as leaders. And this is the rightful platform, that's the rightful page where we can learn about leaders and so on. I'm always there for you. Therefore, areas of that require honesty. Finances. Do we transparently communicate financial issues to the stakeholders? Do we have clear records of finances? Do you always let one or two more people know? And do we involve one or more persons in decisions of finances? That justifies honesty. So, my dear colleagues, the human resource management requires honesty, not being honest to the human resource in your organization, in your institution, in your community, in your family, always creates a very wider gap. And once they say, Rashid is not honest leader, just imagine how the background, those I'm leading, when they begin saying, okay, fine, our leader is not honest to us, he has not been telling us the truth. Take that kind of scenario. When such kind of communication begin coming, it always jeopardizes our efforts. It creates a lot of disunity. It creates a lot of cliques in any organization. And at the end of the day, you find all set goals. Those set goals, the vision of the organization automatically may not be achieved. Therefore, as leaders, if we want to know, if we want to inculcate success, achieve goals, is, I'm saying, let's remain honest. The second one I'm talking about is are we together? Yes. The second I'm talking about is one ethical value that we must also learn as leaders is none other than respect. You know, respect is not bought. We don't buy respect, no. When I give respect, you don't pay me for it. And there is nothing which is as cheap as respect. There is nothing which is valuable as respect. You try to respect yourself, dress well, talk humbly, understand people. Then, after putting respect in yourself, in the way you move, in the way you talk, in the way you do other things, and so on, you talk in a very respectful way. It means you have put respect in yourself. You will have to, secondly, respect the immediate persons. Of course, those immediate people are your in leadership, are your family members. Do you respect your family members, your spouses, your children? Do you respect them? When they break your family rules, do you always sit them down to understand why they should have done that? So if you have been doing that, bravo, you are a very great leader. But if you have always now been flogging them, you flog them seriously. When they do this, they live in fear, not in respect. Then there's something that is still missing that we need to change. Come to your now organization. For us, we are leaders. We are institutional leaders. Come to an institution. For example, if you're a head teacher, you have a deputy, you have a senior woman teacher, you have a senior man teacher, you have a director of studies, external secretary, in charge of SNE, in charge of what? All those heads of department. Do you accord respect to them? Do you pay listening ears to their challenges, to their issues when they come to you? Or you harass them? It is an ethical value, an ethical way of thinking. Just sit in your office, reflect, and you will understand that surely respect to yourself, respect to your subordinates always leads to achievement of organizational goals, lead to achievement of the vision. Is that okay? So please, as leaders, let's try to respect ourselves, understand. Apart from this, in an educational setup, we have students. That's why, in most cases, because we lack that integrity, we lack that kind of respect, that value, ethical value in us. There are a lot of things which are happening, a lot of cases which are happening in school. You find some institutions, some persons nicknaming others. Have you been nicknamed? What nickname has been given for you? Do your community members, do your members of organization always nickname themselves? Is there bullying? Have you ever witnessed some cases of bullying? A junior being bullied by a senior? So you can see intuitively that respect is a very, very key ethical value for us, the leaders, because our purpose here is to instill respect. So any organization that has respect, that commands respect, it is an organization that has a vision to achieve. It will have to achieve its goals. Please, my dear colleague, leaders, respect takes nothing like a coin, like a note, like what, but it always requires some practicality. It is just free. Let's try to embrace it. Make sure that we instill respect in us. We respect whoever is around us. We respect whoever we are leading, so that we achieve our goals. The next one is confidentiality. My dear leaders, my dear colleagues, it is a challenge, big challenge. Do I have that ethical value called confidentiality? Many of us say, okay, fine, let's treat this issue with the confidentiality. I have a confidential discussion with you. I needed to have ABCD. There's this common word, confidentiality, that we always use. Do we know the meaning? If yes, that's very good. But do we implement it the way it is? The meaning is, as a leader, confidentiality of issues is the most important ethical value that I and you who is listening, who is viewing, should do it, should uphold. You know, we have viral challenges right now globally. We have challenges. We have so many sensitive issues that our subordinates may always let us know as leaders where we are supposed to jet in and advise. But now, for example, I have a staff in my company, I have a staff in my organization that has some complex disease, for example, HIV/AIDS. He or she is HIV positive. And as a head of the organization, this staff comes to you in office and just comes to you in office. Tell you that, you know what, sir or madam, I have a BCD. I'm HIV positive, I got in this way, I got in this way. Do you need to open your mouth wide to publicize this information? Do you need to stigmatize this staff? No. No, that's not to be that. Doing it that way. Why should I stigmatize him or her? Please, confidentiality matters. Number two, we have children. We have members of the community that may be suffering from these other complex diseases that you know. Other than giving a positive mind, do you need to stigmatize them around? Please, issues of confidentiality, when some like HIV/AIDS status, some may be having any other disease, maybe having any other symptoms and so on that are known to you as a leader, keep them. My brother, my sister, keep them like that. And once you keep them, then you are a leader, very good leader. So after here, be asking, just go out and ask yourself, have I been confident now? Have I been maintaining confidentiality? So that is something that is worth sharing. So as leaders, we need to instill confidentiality in us. We handle learner assessment issues. That's why there are common malpractice issues in our schools. You find school A, small papers, or there was some malpractice A, B, C, D. At the end of the day, you find things don't work out well. And there's a leader now, like me as a leader, when I actively involve, when I'm not confidential in issues, what expect? Nothing will come well. So please, that is an ethical value that I feel you can learn from. And for more details, you will still like, share, and subscribe my page to get all that you need to be maintaining that kind of ethics. We have integrity. When I talk about integrity, always I say, what is that? Always integrity is the most important thing. As a leader, uphold. Let's uphold the value of integrity. Yes. Am I a leader of integrity? You know, we've always seen that they say, uphold integrity. Does your institution, does your organization have that plan that implements integrity? You as a leader, have you upheld this value called integrity in you? You know, there are a lot of cases. There are a lot of cases which are happening because we lack integrity. The corruption rate has always gone very high. You're not an integrity leader. Anything which is not meant for you, you jet your hands in. There are a lot of theft cases in the community where we live because we as leaders have not been instilling integrity in the persons who are leading. So I'm just trying to say, let's have the value of integrity upheld in our organization as leaders, and in so doing, leadership is coming. That okay, we are having 21st century leadership engagement. I hope that one is taken clearly. Yes. Have we been loyal? Loyalty. No. It takes very, very small time. At times when there are some failures in our organization, we are pushing blames. Have we been blaming our staff for some traits in the organization, for some failures in the organization? Have we been blaming them? No, let's not be apportioning blames. So loyalty takes it all. As a leader, if you fail, it means you failed yourself. Just accept the blame. you put yourselves in a mood, in a corrective setup. And then you say, okay, my dear colleagues, my dear staff, my dear committee members, my dear ABCD, it has not been a very good year for us. First of all, we had planned the ABCD, we had a goal like this to achieve, but we failed. We failed, not you failed, but we failed as a team. What lessons have we learned from our failure? How do we want to improve on this area that we have failed in? Then you replan as a team. That's being very loyal to your institution. But when still I have that concept of blaming on just my staff, it's always risky. It's always very dangerous. Therefore, let's not be self-blames. Let's remain loyal leaders. And yes, who will flourish very well because you learn from failures. If you don't fail, if you're not hit by challenges, my dear sister and brother, you will not learn. So once you are hit by challenges, what do you need to do? Number one, come down and sit. You go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board. You sit. What went wrong? So there's no need to blame. That one there is sharing blame games. You cannot make us move now. So as a leader, this simplest ethical value is just sharing. Do we share? What do you share? Do you share ideas, good ones? Do you share best practices? Do we share our challenges, which many people fail to share? Like when I have a problem, do I go to a colleague? Do I share a challenge with a colleague in a way that I learn from him or her? Because the way you share a problem, that colleague will have to open to you. He or she will have faced the same challenge, or even a challenge bigger than yours. But how had he or she managed it? So when we share, we learn. When we share, we are relieved. When we share, you have a vision and you achieve. So these are basically some ethical values as a leader you are supposed to uphold in any kind of organization. And for you to implement them effectively, you need to set an ethical plan. For me, when I'm hit, for example, when I go to an organization where all I have shared with you, 1 or 2 ethical values is failing, what you do is you identify the lacking ethical values. For you to identify that, you first of all need to go through the ethical climate of the organization. What are those unethical behaviors which are happening within your organization? You understand them. Having understood them, then what happens? Then you have to come back. If O, A, B, C, D is happening, A, B, C, D is happening, which ethical values will be lacking? Is it respect? Is it honesty? Is it loyalty? Is it confidentiality? Is it the element of sharing? You sit down, you identify them. These ethical values which are lacking. Then you go back, you plan, you set your goals, you set a vision for the implementation, for the achievement. You set the goals, you draw a list of activities that must encompass what is lacking. You set for yourself a time frame. Set for yourself a time frame. If A lacks by this time, I should do it. So that one is going to help us so much. So in so doing, we will have learned a lot as leaders. So thank you so much for giving me your audience. I know we still have valuable information to unpack for you in order to be champions of the 21st century leadership engagement. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more information. Bye.